The Council of Legislators. Of this piece, being the greater half of the whole work, I shall be able at this time to give no farther account than very briefly to show at what it aims. My Lord Archon, in opening the Council of Legislators, made it appear how unsafe a thing it is to follow fancy in the fabric of a commonwealth, and how necessary that the archives of ancient prudence should be ransacked before any councillor should presume to offer any other matter in order to the work in hand, or towards the consideration to be had by the council upon a model of government. Wherefore he caused an urn to be brought, and every one of the councillors to draw a lot. By the lots, as they were drawn, the commonwealth of Israel fell unto Phosphorus de Auga, that of Athens unto Navarchus de Paralo, that of Lacedaemon unto Laco de Scytale, that of Carthage unto Mago de Certibus, that of the Achaeans, Aetolians, and Lycians unto Aratus de Ismo, that of the Swiss unto Alpester de Fulmine, that of Holland unto the United Provinces unto Glaucus de Ulna, that of Rome unto Dolabella de Ennio, that of Venice unto Lincius de Stella, these containing in them all those excellencies whereof a commonwealth is capable, so that to have added more had been to no purpose. Upon time given unto the councillors by their own studies, and those of their friends to prepare themselves, were opened in the order, and by the persons mentioned at the Council of Legislators, and afterwards, by order of the same, were repeated at the Council of the Pretends unto the people. For in drawing of the lots, there were a matter of a dozen of them inscribed with the letter P, which the councillors that drew became Pretends. The Pretends were a committee or council sitting in the great hall of Pantheon, to whom it was lawful for any man to offer anything in order to the fabric of the commonwealth, for which cause, that they might not be oppressed by the throng, there was a rail about the table where they sat, and on each side of the same pulpit, that on the right hand, for any man that would propose anything, and that on the left for any other that would oppose him, and all parties being indemnified by proclamation of the Archon were invited to dispute their own interests, or propose whatever they thought fit in order to the future government. To the Council of the Pretends, who, having a guard of a matter of 200 or 300 men, lest the heat of the dispute might break the peace, had the right of moderators, and were to report from time to time such propositions or occurrences as they thought fit to the Council of Legislators, sitting more privately in the palace called Alma. This was that which made the people, who were neither safely to be admitted unto, nor conveniently to be excluded from the framing of their commonwealth, verily believe, when it came forth, that it was no other than that whereof they themselves had been the makers. Moreover, this council sat divers months after the publishing, and during the promulgation of the model unto the people, by which means there is scarce anything was said or written for or amongst the said model. But you shall have it with the next impression of this work, by way of oration, addressed unto and moderated by the Pretends. By this means the Council of Legislators had their necessary solitude and due aim in their greater work, as being acquainted from time to time with the pulse of the people, and yet without any manner of interruption or disturbance. Wherefore every commonwealth in her place having been opened by her due method, that is, first by the people, secondly by the Senate, and thirdly by the magistracy, the council, upon mature debate, took such results or orders out of each one, and out of each part of each one of them, as upon opening the same they thought fit, which being put from time to time in writing by the clerk or secretary, there remained no more in the conclusion than, putting the orders so taken together, to view and examine them with a diligent eye, to the end that it might be clearly discovered whether they did interfere, or could anywise come to interfere or jostle one the other. For as such orders, jostling or coming to jostle one another, are the certain dissolution of the commonwealth, so taken upon the proof of like experience, and neither jostling nor showing which way they can possibly come to jostle one another, make a perfect, and for aught that in human prudence can be foreseen, an immortal commonwealth. And such as the art whereby my Lord Archon, taking counsel of the commonwealth of Israel as of Moses, and of the rest of the commonwealths as of Jethro, framed the model of the commonwealth of Oceana.